circuit shown in figure, obtain the state equations. The input voltage source is U of t and the output Y of t is taken across the capacitor C2. There are three energy storage elements, C1, C2 and L. That's why the number of state variables equal to 3. Let them be x1, x2 and x3. Let voltage across VC1 equal to x1, VC2 equal to x2 equal to y. The output also the capacitor voltage across capacitor. Let the current through the inductor be x3. That is PC1 equal to x1, comma VC2 equal to x2 and I1 minus I2 equal to x3. But I1 equal to C1 dVC1 by dt, that is equal to I1. That implies C1 dx1 by dt equal to I1 or C1 x1 dot equal to I1. First equation. Similarly, we can write C2 dVC2 voltage across capacitor equal to I2. That implies C2 dx2 by dt equal to I2 or C2 x2 dot equal to I2. That is second equation. Third equation is I1, that is C1 x1 dot minus C2 x2 dot equal to x3. This is third equation. We can write one equation based on KVL, that is U of t for loop 1. Current through this is I1, current through this is equal to I2. Therefore, U of t equal to, what is Kirchhoff's voltage law? Algebraic sum of potential drop and EMF equal to 0. Therefore, U of t equal to x1 plus what is current through voltage across inductor L d I1 minus I2 upon dt. This is VC1 plus L di by dt. But U of t equal to VC1 equal to x1, we assumed. VC1 equal to x1, we assumed. Therefore, this can be replaced by x1 L dx3 by dt. That is U of t equal to x1 plus L x3 dot. Therefore, x3 dot equal to U of t minus x1 divided by L. That is first equation. We got one equation. We can find, similarly, we can find for x2 dot also. We know that the third equation says C1 x1 dot minus C2 x2 dot equal to x3. So from this, we can say that we can find x2 dot. Similarly, if we consider the second loop, that is I2 loop, what you will get is L1 d by dt of I2 minus I1 plus R I2 plus VC2 equal to 0. So minus L d by dt of x3, because I1 minus I2 is x3, that's why I2 minus I1 becomes minus L d by dt of x3 plus R I2 plus VC2. VC2 equal to what? X2 equal to 0. Therefore, now we can substitute for I2. I2 equal to what? I2 equal to x2 dot, second equation. So if you substitute L x3 dot plus R x2 equal to what? C2 x2 dot plus x2 equal to 0. Therefore, we can find the equation for x2 dot. R C2 x2 dot equal to L x3 dot minus x2 that is equal to L. Already we know the expression for x3 dot, that is u of t divided by L minus x1 divided by L minus x2. So this L getting cancelled. Therefore, x2 dot equal to u of t minus u of t divided by RC2 minus x1 divided by RC2 minus x2 divided by RC2. This is the equation for x2 dot. Similarly, we have to find the expression for x1 dot. For that, let us consider the equation 3. That is C1 x1 dot minus C2 x2 dot equal to x3, or C1 x1 dot equal to x3 plus C2 x2 dot, that is equal to x3 plus C2. X2 dot equal to what? Already we know that we have to substitute here. U of t divided by RC2 minus x1 divided by RC2 minus x2 divided by RC2. Therefore, C2 getting cancelled. Therefore, x1 dot equal to x3 by C1 plus u of t r by RC1 minus x1 divided by RC1 minus x2 divided by RC1. That is x1 dot. So we got x1 dot, x2 dot, and x3 dot. Now we can put all together in a matrix form. We got x1 dot, x2 dot, x3 dot. All equations together in matrix form. We got x1, x2, x3 plus u of t. The x1 dot equal to x3 by C1 minus x1 by RC minus 1 by RC1 multiplied by x1 minus 1 by RC1 x2 and minus 1 by C1. That is first row. Second row from here we have to get second row. What is coefficient of x1? Minus 1 by RC2. Coefficient of x2 is minus 1 by RC2 again. x3 is not there, that's for 0. U of t is 1 by RC2. 1 by RC2. Here 1 by RC1. 1 by RC1. The third equation, x3 dot equal to minus x1 by x1 alone minus 1 by L 0 0 u of t, coefficient of u of t is 1 by L. That's all. This is the state model. This is A matrix. This is B matrix. What is Y? Y equal to C no, VC2. That is Y equal to X2. That is the equation. If you put them in matrix form, Y equal to Y equal to X1, X2, X3. Here only X1, X2. Therefore 0, 1, 0. Plus the D matrix is 0. That's all. This is output matrix. This is state matrix. This is the first one is state matrix. That is X dot equal to AX plus BU. This is Y equal to CX output equation. That's all.